Dum 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 da 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 dum dum da dum. Hey there, real gamers and gatekeepers, Retro Rob here, and today it's time for another Pokitto game, and that game, of course, is where'd it go? Stack Shift, which is quite a bit like Columns, if you remember that game, but it has its own flavor, and you'll see that here. Anyway, let's get started with some gameplay.
Thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, or I will go Skynet on your butt.
Stack Shift has 3 modes of play: easy, hard, and timer. Timer's my favorite right now, although I do like hard quite a bit, but I'm going to show you just a little bit of each type, and then I'll go on to timer, because timer kicks my butt every time, so these other ones I can play forever. And this is basically your basic stacking game, but with some pretty cool special effects, especially for the Pokitto. I don't know if you can hear the music, but it's pretty well matched to the gameplay. Alright, so I find this mode to be very easy, which it's named easy, so that kind of makes sense. See that little exploding effect? I think that's really cool. I'm just going to play a little bit of this because all the gameplay that's in this is contained in the hard gameplay mode, but with an extra twist. Now, of course, you want bigger and bigger chains for better and better scores. Alright, literally, I can play this mode for like a half hour or so, if not longer. So let's go on to the hard mode.
Warning, radiation at unsafe levels.
Alright, let's try hard mode now. And in a minute you'll see why it's harder. Speaking of, want to change the soundtrack? Pause it. How cool is that? I love when they do that. There was another game that used to do that too. Trying to remember. Okay, here's the difference. You see this block? You have to destroy blocks around it in order to break it up. It'll weaken a little bit every time. If I press up, wait, insta drop. It's going to be important on the next section that I show you, which I definitely will die on, so I'll show you how the game ends. I think you can guess, though, that you get a game over if you stack it to the top of the screen. There we go. Oop. I actually almost like this music better than the other one. There we go. There's some more to break up. And of course, as the gameplay progresses, you get more and more of them, so it's going to get harder and harder to stay on top of them. And eventually, I do actually get my butt whooped to buy this, but it takes a little while. Even when I'm talking. There we go. Of course, as these stack up, yeah, it just gets... Oop, I messed up. That's terrible. I cannot believe I did that. Well, that's... Oh, I did it again! Fine, fine. I'll be fine. Man. I ever screw the pooch on that. Yet again, Midwestern term, which I'm sure a lot of you have not heard. I asked last time for a poll on whether screw the pooch was a common term in other areas of the country, and it is not. Just the trick to saying it is don't imagine it. I don't think the person who originally invented that saying was thinking. All right, let's go on to timed. So you can see how that plays out. And then you'll get to see a game over because I will do terribly at it.
Retro Rob plays everything.
Alright, here we go with timer mode. Timer. It's that little bar right here to the right. And of course, you want to keep getting matches to keep your game going. Which, it's kind of hard to do when I'm talking. This is like the hardest mode, and it's pretty much my favorite, I think. Even though I'm horrible at it. Even when I'm not talking, I'm horrible at it. And trust me, I'm not going to do good here, but you'll get the idea of how to play it. So you have all the difficulties of the normal game, or the hard game, plus a timer. And I really, really like this mode. Oh, I should have... Darn it. There we go. Keep going. No. I'm in trouble. Yep. There we go. Game over on timer mode. As you can see, there is a high score screen, and it does appear to save the game. So next time I load up, I'll still have my high scores. Pretty darn cool. As I mentioned, I didn't do as well as I could have. I don't think it always saves my high scores. It might be because sometimes I just quit out of this. I bet that's it. Anyway, you can enter your initials. Pretty darn cool. Let's get a verdict. And that's about it for Stack Shift on the Pokitto. The thing with this game is that it is definitely addictive due to a combination of the Pokitto's clicky controls and the game itself. For some reason, this kind of game is really super addictive on this little handheld. And it's not the same. If you're playing it in a browser, you're not really playing it the right way. You really owe it to yourself to try playing these kinds of games on this because it's really, really great on it. And definitely, if you have a Pokitto already, go ahead and grab this game because it's well worth playing. I want to thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, want more Pokitto stuff, please tell me in the comments down below and I'll definitely cover some more. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you guys later.